Imagine you just won the lottery. Great, right?
No,
it actually will ruin your life and your family. We're going to take you on a journey and tell you 5 stories of people who won the lottery and paid the consequences because of it. Starting with number 5.
Dun, dun, dun.
My family sued me right after they found out I won the lottery. Should I go no contact with them? This is OKOP, the home of the craziest stories on the internet. I'm Sam and Sophia. Should OP go no contact with his family?
I think so. I think if your family sues you, I think that's the end.
If I won the lottery, would you sue me?
Yes.
Red flag. All right, let's get into the story. So, user deleted, because I guess they deleted their account, says, backstory. I, 36 male, and the youngest of 5 children. Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy. And we grew up in absolute poverty. Mom loved having kids, but she didn't work, and dad didn't make enough to support everyone. Poor enough that I remember as an 11 or 12-year-old receiving a single plastic Slinky and being absolutely thrilled I got anything. That is so adorable.
That's really sweet.
But honestly, Slinkies are pretty rad.
Slinkies are pretty cool.
Growing up with that kind of family was rough. Parents got divorced and dad lived locally, but didn't really do much to try to be a dad. Just support financially when legally necessary. And he let it slip to me once that he never wanted any kids.
Oh,
How do you let
that's
that
rough.
slip to your kid?
I feel like that's intentional.
What, like, hey, little Jimmy.
You're like, hey, Dad, what's up?
Shut the fuck up. I never wanted you anyway. But Dad, it's my birthday. Here's a plastic Slinky. He just loved my mom and she wanted kids, so he went along with it. Obviously, with this kind of dynamic and the absolute lack of resources, home life wasn't great prior to the divorce. I was helping fix drywall at 5 years old because we could only afford to live in a crummy, run-down house. I remember stripping paint with a steamer and a putty knife at 6 or 7. And I don't know why I'm laughing. This is sad. And only learned recently that the house had lead paint. Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
The oldest sibling did even more housework and probably inhaled a bunch of lead dust and toxic substances. Couple that with emotional abuse of our parents, and they didn't grow up to be good people. So not only did the parents suck, but now because of generational trauma, the children suck too. No good.
No good.
Call me old-fashioned.
But I don't like lead paint.
But, that is old-fashioned. Liking lead paint actually would be extremely old-fashioned.
Call me old-fashioned. I love
Call me
lead
old-fashioned,
paint.
but I love inhaling lead paint. Call me old-fashioned, but give me some asbestos.
Call me old-fashioned, but I like to buy those Tupperware with lead in them.
Call me old-fashioned, but I yearn for the mines.
Riley.
Call me old-fashioned, but I like to pick the green beans during the summertime.
Oh my God, that does sound old-fashioned.
That sounds really nice.
Riley's such a sweetheart.
Oh, Riley.
Oh, Riley.
Oh, Riley.
Riley. Auto parts. Ow!
Yeah, if you ever hear auto parts in the middle of the night, you know what's happening.
Okay.
Oh, Riley. Okay. My oldest brother had anger issues and got kicked out of college for fighting people. He also got arrested a few times for stuff involving theft or violence. Oldest sister struggled with substance abuse, got arrested a few times, ended up involuntarily committed for 72 hours once. She's doing a lot better nowadays, but still is an unpleasant person. She's doing better, but she's still an asshole. Next brother went on to just be an employee. I mean, it sounds like he's an employee at a large chain store where I think he might be a manager now. All 3 still live in the impoverished town we grew up in. My next sister and I are close enough in age that we're very similar. Both joined the military to escape the poverty trap of our hometown. I joined the Army and she went Navy, even at both around the same time. While in the service, we both pieced together a bunch of things about our siblings and parents that made everything clear. It was like we both had half of the connect the dots puzzle that made no sense. And when we put together, the outcome was a big sign that said, everyone in this family is awful. She confronted them about it after her contract ended and got kind of dragged into the drama all over again. She moved to a city near the hometown about 1 hour away and started working there right away. I cut everyone else out of my life. I hadn't spoken to most of them in years, and the others are cursory and obligatory in nature.
God.
Man, don't speak too highly of them.
Sam's cursory and obligatory in my life.
Damn,
No, I'm just
girl.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
I'm kidding.
I gave you that hat.
Yeah, I didn't want to wear this hat, but merch. It's a really cool hat. I just don't like wearing hats.
That was the worst sales pitch.
Wait, sorry.
for a hat ever.
Okay.
You are so. You are. I need to take that hat off you. You're not doing a good job. All right, we're steamrolling over. After my contract ended, I started college using the GI Bill.
Editors, take that out. I didn't want to wear this hat. Leave me in.
I even gave you that hat.
This hat? Oh, this is a merch hat. It's really good. Sam, what's the merch? Tell us about this merch.
No.
Tell us about the
Editors
merch.
keep all of that in.
Okay.
All right. After my contract ended, I started college using the GI Bill, which not only paid for my tuition, but also paid a monthly housing stipend so I can focus on school. My family effing hated that I was basically getting free school to them. Couldn't explain that it meant giving up 4 years of my life for active duty, and I have to drill every month in the reserves, and part of my body is permanently wrecked. To them, it's an unfair advantage.
It's an unfair advantage?
Yeah, because OP's getting school for free, but
How is it? I had to go through the military.
he worked for that.
Yeah.
Kind of BS. I mean, this family sounds awful.
Yeah. Sorry, OP.
While in school, I had a habit of buying a lottery ticket every month when the GI Bill hit my account. It was borderline superstitious, as I never had any notion of winning, because I remember a statistic once that said men in California have a higher chance of actually being Brad Pitt than winning the lottery.
My dad would like that.
Yeah.
Our dad
looks like
our
Brad
dad would like
Pitt.
that. Yeah.
I think it's
People
just your
don't.
dad.
Just my dad.
Yeah,
looks
just
like
Sophia's dad.
And my dad.
Despite how it might look,
Yeah.
Sophia is adopted.
I just found out that my brother isn't my real brother. Am I?
I'm the asshole for suing my brother for inferior genetics.
Okay. What's the next?
My final semester, I won. I didn't win FU money by any means. I won the type of money where you could pay cash for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 0.36 acres in a county where housing prices were below the national average and then have nothing left. Yes, it's specific because that's what I did. I never told any family, including my cool older sister, because as much as I love her, she would almost be obligated to tell the rest of them. The purchase of that home happened when I was 25, so 11 years ago. Since then, I got married and had a kid and have had an all-around nice and pleasant life.
It's good.
And then the story ends right there.
That's where it ends. We really?
It just ends. OP lived happily ever
Oh,
after.
that's nice.
Happily
Wow.
ever after. No. How can you be so stupid? Are you some kind of dummy? No, she's very smart. She graduated summa cum laude.
It's not true.
She graduated cum laude.
No.
She graduated magna cum laude.
Yes. We got there. I'm bamboozled.
You're bamboozled.
I thought it
I'm
ended right
stupefied,
there.
Electrified. What is the guy? What's that one quote?
I'm
Cauterized.
grease lightning.
Go.
Grease lightning.
Go, grease lightning, go.
Story time about grease lightning.
I'll get the
at the
money,
end.
you know.
I mean,
I'll
grease.
get the, oh, is that an okay story time?
Okay, story time.
Okay, story time about grease lightning at the end. About a year ago, the oldest sister was going to be near where I live, several time zones away from family for work. And she wanted to visit me so she could meet my daughter and catch up. Against my better judgment, I agreed because my wife wanted to know about my family, who she had never met. So sister was staying with us for 3 days before she had to go to her work and do work stuff, and spent the whole time just reminiscing and catching up. At one point during dinner on the second night, she asked about what my mortgage must be like, since she paid $900 in rent for something much smaller and with no yard. My wife scoffed briefly, unaware that my family didn't know of my financial windfall.
Why didn't you tell her?
Because she would tell the whole family, and the family's awful.
No. Why didn't OP tell his wife that it was a secret?
Oh, it's a good point. That's a good question. I mean, maybe he didn't think about it, because like they don't see each other all the time, and it happened like probably years ago.
True.
Sister, though a troubled individual, is no dummy and picked up on that. Her tone shifted from casual to serious and asked, "What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What's that mean?
Regular Sherlock on her hands. What's in?
I'm not a dummy. What's that
I'm
mean?
no dummy. I got the magnifying glass.
Got money.
I'm going to look into this. In it. Proper fit.
Okay, Sam.
I am not great at lying, improv, or doing anything without excess planning. I sat stupefied, electrified, unjustified while trying to figure out what to say before my wife said, well, he used his winnings to just buy the house. Thus, setting off the chain reaction of questions that culminated with sister finding out I made 6 digits for free while attending college for free and getting rent paid while not doing any effing work. She was absolutely livid and left for a hotel.
Yikes.
I can't believe you got so lucky. Imagine being mad about that. Imagine you won the lottery and you told me and I was just like, fuck you, Sophia.
I didn't tell you.
Imagine I find out and then I was like, F you, Sophia.
That would be crazy. I'd be upset.
I would
I'd be like,
upset.
that's why I didn't tell you, Sam.
And I would be like, well, maybe if you told me, I wouldn't be upset.
For real, actually, this is like, if you ever win the lottery, you're not supposed to tell anyone.
You're saying you wouldn't tell me if you won the lottery?
I probably would. I can't keep a secret.
Who would you tell? Would you tell mom?
I'd probably tell mom because I would need her help. And I would tell dad and I would tell you. And then I'd probably tell Isabella.
Oh my God. And then Isabella would tell Chloe.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't tell Chloe, but no, but you're not supposed to tell anyone that you win the lottery. You're supposed to keep it a secret and you're supposed to get like a lawyer immediately and like try and keep it anonymous.
Which is not what OP did.
No.
The first mistake.
Oh, yeah. All on you. What do you think, Riley? You've been awfully silent.
Yeah, you're awfully. Who would you tell if you won the lottery, Riley?
Oh, if I ever won the lottery, I am putting it somewhere safe, traveling for a year, clearing my mind, and then I'll come back and not buy things for people.
Would you tell anyone before you did that or no?
Yeah, I'd probably tell my family.
Yeah.
Tell you guys.
You tell me?
I'd be like, yo, I'm going to be gone for a year. Don't worry, I'll be back in the same exact spot like I never left.
Like I never left.
Mikey never laughed.
That's so sweet.
Who would you tell if you won the lottery? Put your answers in the comments below. But, and about 2 hours later after sister left, the phone calls began from every member of my family accusing me of cutting them off so I wouldn't have to share this gift from God. The sister I got along with even got angry at me for keeping it a secret. Oh, okay. So I guess the sister that came over wasn't the cool sister, the oldest sister, not the coolest sister. So it's the one closest in age.
But she was still upset. The cool sister was still upset.
The cool sister was marginally upset.
Okay.
But not super upset. OP says, is the sister I got along with even got angry at me for keeping it a secret, but she understood that it would have put her in a bad position of lying to the family. My phone, email, and wife's phone began blowing up for the next week while family tried to get money from me, not understanding that there wasn't any left. They kept saying that they're about to file for bankruptcy because of debt and I could save the family, but I'm just being selfish.
You've already gone no contact.
They don't care about you. They're literally only
just came,
after
yeah,
your
they
money.
only want your money.
Like the fact that they only reach out because they want
You have
something
money.
from
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not on you.
BS. So after a week, lawyers got involved because my family started threatening to sue me for damages. What damages? For everything wrong in our family. They eventually did file.
What? How? What are the grounds?
On what grounds, sir?
On what grounds?
Every single thing that they could even remotely justify going to small claims court or full lawsuit was brought up. They even added up an estimated amount of gas money I borrowed since starting to drive at 16 with verbal agreements to pay you back later, taking into account inflation and current gas prices.
Yikes.
If you're a parent, there are certain amounts of, money that you have to spend on your child because that's your child. That's just how it works.
We did read one story where when the kid turned 18, the parent had an itemized bill of everything that
Don't have a child.
you had to, like, that kid cost her, and then gave it to the person saying like, okay, time to pay this back.
I'm sorry, don't have a child.
Don't have a child.
Don't
If
have
you're
a
not willing
child.
to invest.
There is an article about how much it costs to have a child in like America specifically, and it's like something like 300,000.
Must be more. Only 300,000.
I don't know.
You think so?
I can't remember.
Well, probably would be 300,000.
I think it was 300,000. You can fact check me, but it was like the amount up until they were 18, I think.
How much does it cost to raise a child from 0 to 18 in California? Give an estimate, please.
California can vary widely in cost, depending on various factors like location, lifestyle, and education choices. As of my last update in April 2023, a rough estimate for middle-income families might range from $200,000 to $500,000.
I was right.
Or more. This includes expenses for housing.
I read
200,000 to 500,000
Yeah.
or more.
Or if you average that, 300,000.
Yes, Sophia, she was right. Okay. Everything together they asked for would have just been short of buying another house in cash. I'm able to post this now because I was able to get about 90% of it dropped for being absolutely ridiculous and showing that a lot of their claims occurred during a time when I had no contact with them. Thank you, phone and email records. The remaining 10% of what they wanted was stuff that happened when I was 17 or 18, like denting one of their cars or injuring them when I threw an empty beer bottle during a fight, leaving a permanent scar where the glass cut them. Damn. After lawyer and court fees plus paying damages, I lost a bit more than $10,000 $1,000 to the family. The stress from the legal battle affected me at work, and when it got out, I was being sued by family after winning a lottery. All of my coworkers began asking for help financially. What? It got bad enough, people coming to my home at night, that I had to request a transfer to a different branch where nobody knew me. Now I'm having to sell the home I bought where my daughter was growing up in and move to a more expensive city where the other branch is. All because I let my family back into my life.
Oh my God.
And that is a wrap. So, Sophia, do you think OP did the right thing by not initially telling his family? Should he have done anything differently?
I guess he should have just told his wife that it was secret, because that's not her fault. She didn't know.
Literally, the wife, I'm not blaming her, but kind of that one sentence imploded their whole life.
Yeah. But yeah,
But she
again,
didn't know.
She didn't know. So it's like not her fault, but like, yeah, that really sucks.
But it's not her fault, but like it kind of is.
It really sucks though.
It sucks so much.
You just can't really tell anyone.
That's the thing is like the lottery.
The lottery is kind of like a curse.
The lottery is a curse. It's like the monkey paw.
Yeah.
You know the monkey paw?
Yeah, vaguely.
You know,
Your
it's
hair's
like
sticking up. No. You made it worse. Okay, it's fine.
you know the monkey paw?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like you get to make a wish, but it just always goes wrong.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like that.
The monkey paw.
You get this monkey paw and you make a wish and it like twists it.
That's
Oh, I was thinking of something way different.
She just said the exact same thing as me.
Yeah, I don't know. It just made more sense.
Fucking bullshit. You know what else is bullshit? Whatever Sophia's about to say for this next story. Let's get into the next one and see why the lottery is absolute dog shit.
Bad lottery. Lottery. Oh wait, don't I have I had a story time.
Oh,
It's not that
It's
important.
story time.
Okay, well.
Okay, so what was the story? Oh yeah, story time about Greece before we go into the next episode.
Okay, so
It's time for story time. Oh, Sophia, go. You have 30 seconds.
Okay. So Sam, when he was in 8th grade, was in our school's production of Grease,
I was
where
Duty.
he played Duty,
Yep.
and he sang a great rendition of.
Beauty school dropout. Not
No,
that
that's
one.
not what you sang. You
It
said,
was, what's that playing on the
said,
radio?
No, but he would do it. He'd go,
Oh.
hey, because that's the whole thing. Like it's supposed to be out of
initially
tune.
it was bad, and
Yeah,
then
and then
I
he
sang
sang
it.
it great.
What's that playing on the radio?
But actually, he was in Grease twice because he also showed up when I was in 6th grade because we didn't have enough guys. And so he played, that's it. That's all I'm allowed to tell you.
Who did I play?
I don't remember the guy who comes in. He's like the newscaster or whatever.
Oh, I barely remember that.
Yeah, you played that guy.
But was that good?
I don't know.
Obviously not very memorable. All right, let's get to the next story. Sophia, hit me with it.
Am I the a-hole for pranking my struggling friend with a fake lottery ticket?
Yeah. That's such a dick move.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound maybe funny for a second, but like,
Was it one of those pranked shows?
yeah,
where they
it's
they
like
jump out
this
at you,
camera,
like,
this camera. This guy thought he
You've
was
just
gonna
been
pay off
pranked.
his medical bills. He thought he was gonna be able to pay for his dead grandma's funeral, but pranked.
You pranked.
You pranked. Granny's getting thrown in the sea.
What? Jesus. So I am throwaway 536 says, recently one of my good friends, Mike, was having a birthday party, and when trying to figure out what to get him as a gift, I came across these fake lottery tickets that are supposed to all be winners. As soon as I saw them, I knew it would be an amazing prank to pull on him.
I couldn't decide what to get him, so what I decided to do was to get him trauma.
Oh, wait, what? And I can just give him $50 as the real gift. Okay. So he's giving him a real gift. You know, I got a bunch of lottery tickets for my birthday. And
I do remember that.
Yeah, and there was nothing.
I
there
don't
was
think you
nothing.
won anything.
I didn't win anything.
It's kind of a shitty gift. Have you gotten lottery tickets for a birthday?
No, but I was a part of this group, and every time I got an answer right, they give me a lottery ticket.
And did you win?
No.
See, dumb gift.
Yeah. For some background, we prank each other all the time, usually small, harmless things, but that's always been our relationship.
Okay, so that's good context.
Good context. So the party comes and everyone's having a great time, and Mike's opening all the gifts. When it's my turn, I hand him the lottery ticket and make up some excuse of not knowing what to get him, so I got him this. So he scratches the ticket, and as soon as he sees it's a winner, he starts crying.
Oh no! How much was it for?
Well, we'll see. I haven't seen him cry this bad in a long time. And it's between tears he's thanking God and me me. And at this point, we're all starting to get worried and ask what's going on. I should mention the fake winnings was $50,000.
Oh, bro.
So not a small amount.
Oh, so now you just have to give him $50,000 for real.
Mike starts telling us about how he recently lost his job, which we all knew, but what we didn't know is his savings were pretty much gone. And he hasn't been able to make his house payments, so they were going to foreclose his home. And the winnings from the ticket would be almost enough to finish paying off his mortgage. At this point, I realized the prank might have gone a bit too far, so I told him it was a fake lottery ticket and gave him the $50 as the real gift. Wait. Okay. So this is what happens. So I'm the OP.
You're OP.
I didn't know what to get you for your gift, so I just got you a little
lottery
something.
ticket.
A little something.
I mean, the pretty shitty gift.
Yeah,
but
I know,
let me
sorry.
just do it. You know.
Yeah. Just for giggles. Riley, you're everyone else.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
I won.
Whoa, that's awesome.
That's crazy, dude.
I won, and I was going to be in abject poverty. But now, thanks to what you did for me, the blessings that came from your heart and from God, I'm going to be okay.
You've been pranked. Oh.
Yeah, that'll feel good. That'll feel good.
Loser.
$50.
Here's $50.
Here's $50. He looked pretty upset after I said that and said a soft, "Oh, thank you," for the money and went into the other room. Everyone basically went off on me, telling me that that was a horrible prank to pull and that I should not have gotten his hopes up like that and to go apologize to him. Well, when I went to go apologize, he blew up on me, telling me he's sick and tired of all these stupid childish games I play with him and that he doesn't want me around for a while. He said he's really not sure if he'll ever want to be around me again. I told him I feel like that's a bit of an overreaction to one bad prank, and I didn't know his situation when I did that. So while I do feel it may have went a little far, it was a prank and we always prank each other. It's not like I made a situation worse, and he really should have more savings than what he did.
Yeah, stop being so poor.
Plus, like I said, I didn't know his situation before getting the fake ticket, so it wasn't malicious. So Reddit, are they the a-hole? What do you think?
Riley.
Oh, definitely. Bad timing, honestly. Bad timing.
Bad timing.
Yeah,
Bad timing. I
yeah.
feel like, I don't know. I think like pranks are like,
I don't love pranks.
I don't love. When's the last time we pranked each other?
I don't think I've ever pranked you in my life.
That's a lie. Literally I mean, this is not a prank. This is just evil. But Sophia will trip and fall and then say, "Mom!" And then I'll get in trouble.
That's just funny. That is good humor.
Honestly, I can see Sophia doing
The
something
next
like this to
Reddit
me.
story you guys are going to read is
Am I the asshole?
pursuing my sister
Because she
for pranking me one too many times.
I would do it.
Yeah, I don't like especially like those TikToks where like it's like the partner, like I pranked my partner.
I don't know. I think there's like a good prank is when everyone's laughing at the
Yeah.
end. You know.
What's the best prank you can think of?
I honestly would do the opposite, where it's like make him think that he's lost even more money.
You take him gambling.
Yeah, I take him gambling, and it's like, oh shit, I lost $50,000,
No,
and
that
then I'm like,
sounds pretty awful too.
And then right as he's about to totally freak out, I'm like, don't worry, it's a prank. You haven't lost anything.
That's cool.
That moment where you think that you've lost $50,000 is pretty awful.
But think about how much better he feels after knowing that he doesn't lose $50,000.
What he did, put him on a mountain, brought him down to the valley. You bring him to the valley.
Put him up on the mountain. Exactly, Sophia.
I like pranks that are just, straight plateaus.
That's not a prank then. Give me a straight plateau prank.
Something's wrong with your hair. Just
Was-
kidding. Your hair looks great.
That was, you took me to a valley. It's a smaller valley. I think OP is a little bit of the a-hole.
Yeah.
But OP is more the a-hole because of the situation. If the situation wasn't as bad, it wouldn't have been as much of an a-hole.
OP said that they knew their friend had lost their job.
Oh.
Didn't that was
No, he did. Oh,
he said,
yeah.
He said we all knew
We
that
all
they
knew
had
that he lost his job.
His job.
Yeah, then I think OP is majorly the
You're the
a-hole.
a-hole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And yet again, another reason that
The
lottery is ruining people's lives.
But it's good for like the education system.
What is?
Lottery.
Why?
Because all the taxes that you get taken out of it.
Does that go to the education system?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I don't know where it goes, but
Well,
it is
apparently all the money
taxed.
goes to the military. So.
Yeah, the military industrial complex. Anyway, you know what doesn't go to the military industrial complex?
This hat!
next story.
While Sam's looking for the next story, this is our new merch. It's super cool. I don't like hats, but I like this hat.
Why are you? You're the worst. We're not.
I feel like that's
okay.
really good.
Stop
don't like
trying
wearing
to help. Also, this won't even be live yet.
What?
It's not going to be live yet.
Well, then why am I wearing it?
Because it's cool.
It is cool. I like this hat.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to split my jackpot win with my husband's friend?
No.
I mean, what if you pool the money?
Wait, what?
If you like, sometimes like people will pool money to buy lottery tickets.
Oh, then yes. But if it's like you just bought it and then his friend was like, hey, can I have some money?
No.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. That's the door.
And you should walk through it.
Okay.
See ya. So throwaway Lux says, I, female 30, played the lottery for the first time last year when everyone was talking about the Powerball jackpot. Since then, I've played casually, only spending a few dollars a week. I occasionally won a few bucks and never really expected to win anything big, but it was a nice to dream as I had a ton of debt and have been struggling a lot. Also, if you have a ton of debt, maybe don't buy lottery tickets.
Well, it seemed like it worked out for her.
It doesn't happen often. It is like winning the lottery.
The odds of winning the lottery
Are like winning the lottery. Fast forward a few months ago, won't say the month for privacy. I checked the winning numbers one night against my ticket and it matched with my numbers perfectly. Initially, I didn't believe it and thought there had been a mistake. So I told my husband, male 35, and we checked it like a dozen times and I was right. We won. It's life-changing, multi-generational FU money.
FU money.
Let's go. What's FU money to you?
$2 million.
$2 million?
No, the house is really expensive. So maybe $3 million.
$3 million.
$1 million to buy a house.
$2 million.
To FU.
How about you, Riley?
Definitely a solid like 25, 50 mil.
Oh, maybe I'm lowballing.
Big bucks Riley over here.
I don't need a lot of money to say FU.
Some people just say it anytime. I'll say right now.
FU.
Have you? We instantly agreed to keep the news to ourselves and wait a few months before we do anything. Smart. The past few months have been an incredible high filled with disbelief, and though it's been difficult, we have managed to not make any large purchases or change our lifestyle. We fantasized about what to do with our money, but the time to claim is drawing near, so we've begun having more practical discussions about how to claim it and what to do with it. While discussing, my husband, Adam, brought up that he thinks it's a good idea to split the money with his best friend / business partner, Tim.
What? Tim, get out of here.
Tim, what are you doing here? You're not meant to be in the story. Tim and Adam have been friends since they were in middle school and have done everything together, even me. No, I'm kidding.
Tim, get that sign out, Riley.
Oh yeah.
No sex sign.
All right, I'm sorry. Together, they've started businesses, worked together, invested money, moved to the same town, and have dreamed about our families making it big together. Since we have taken risks together and are so close, Adam feels it's fair we give them 1/3 of the cash prize so that 1, we are not going on this journey to a new life alone, and 2, it's suspicious to make all this money suddenly and more easily explained if Tim makes money as well, since we do everything together. I mean, let Tim ask, if anything. I don't think Tim would ever ask, though.
Yeah.
Sounds like a stand-up guy.
No.
If you won the lottery, would you give 1/3 to Isabella?
Yeah, but that's my friend. But no, because like it's not even her friend. So she won the lottery.
So if you had a significant other, you wouldn't give it to your husband's friend?
If I had a significant other, I would not give his friend money. Yeah.
No?
No.
Ew.
Why? Okay, well, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I would give you guys money.
Sophia's just giving everything
I get
away.
anybody money. I
She
would give
only-
it. Isabella, you're getting. I've already told Isabella that if I'm rich, that she can live in my house. Isabella knows this.
Isabella's moving in. I, however, feel it's risky to share that we have come into this money with them because Tim's family tends to be more flashy, like showing off, and I don't fully trust they will keep it quiet or modest enough to not raise suspicion. This is important because I've seen community members harass and attack people with far less money just because they feel entitled, like the last story we read. This could jeopardize our safety, so I want to avoid it at all possible. Also, I'm not really comfortable with his plan to add Tim and his wife as members of our LLC to claim the prize because I think it could have them feel entitled to a bigger chunk or take the money. I think it makes it way more likely for them to sue.
It makes it so much more complicated.
Adam thinks I'm being selfish and he won't enjoy our newfound wealth if his friend isn't living the same lifestyle, but I think we could figure out a way to later give them some money after figuring out a way to explain how we came into the money without telling them we won the lottery. No idea how to do that yet though. Anyway, am I the asshole for not wanting to tell them we won the lottery and split the money? Am I selfish? And there is a quick edit, but Sophia, before I get into that edit, what do you think? Is OP selfish to not not tell Tim?
Absolutely not. I think that, as we've said, you should not tell people that you won the lottery because it's dangerous.
Yep.
I think that it's really smart of OP to be like, let's figure that out. We can give the money later down the line, but let's like sort this stuff out.
The whole LLC thing, I think that just makes it so it's like basically forming a company with Tim and then accepting the money as the company. That feels super risky.
Yeah.
Because then they could like you could like sue more easily.
Especially if it's a company that they both own.
I feel like a better way to go about it is if they've done business deals together, invest a portion of that money in a business that they co-own.
That's smart.
That feels smart.
OP, we're giving you some advice here.
Yeah, you're welcome. But let us know what you think OP should do in the comments. I'm going to go into a couple of these edits. Thank you for all your input. I think a few things are clear to me. 1, absolute horrible idea to put Tim on the ticket. True. 2, claim the money with only me as the beneficiary for now and change based on advice of a lawyer. 3, find a way to help Tim's family without blowing our cover. Thanks again for all your inputs. I think those are all great ideas.
I think those are great actionables.
But the thing is, the lottery is just complicating these people's lives. It's ruining their lives. It's ruining their lives.
OP's life is ruined.
They're becoming multi-generationally
Tim
wealthy.
ruined our life.
Ruined. But you know what will ruin me?
This.
Sophia telling this next story. Let's get into it.
Okay, give me another story. Am I the a-hole for not giving my fiance's daughter money when I won the lottery?
Well, maybe when she's your wife, and maybe you can give the daughter some money. But fiance, come on. You're on brittle ground right now. You haven't even had the ceremony. Have you heard of Runaway Bride? She literally runs away from like 4 weddings. I watched that the other day. Runaway Bride with, who's Pretty Woman?
Pretty woman.
Oh, I want to say Anne Hathaway, but I don't think that's
No.
No. Who is it? Who's the woman?
Oh,
Also in Four Weddings and a
yeah,
Funeral.
4 Weddings, which is an insane movie.
I didn't like it.
I don't understand that movie.
Yeah. What is the movie?
Pretty woman. Pretty woman.
What's her name?
It is
Julia Roberts.
Julia
Yes.
Roberts.
Good
Julia
job.
Roberts.
Nice, you
Yeah,
got
if I've
it.
learned anything from Julia Roberts and Runaway Bride, it's that it's not over until the wedding is done because your fiance could run away on a horse and you could be left on the altar sad and alone.
You can move to New Zealand. Anyways, you won't get that, Sam.
I don't
That's
get
an
it.
inside joke for me and Riley and you guys.
the OK Peepers.
The OK Peepers. That's what I called you. That's IW.
I love the okay peepers. In nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
So, Old Caterpillar 2719 says,
Great handle.
great name. All names have been changed. Good to know. I, 35 female, am engaged to my fiance, Brian, 37 male, Brian. We have been together for 2 years. He has a daughter, Ashley, 14, from a previous relationship. I am currently pregnant with our daughter. I like to play the lottery sometimes, usually just scratch tickets. This time, I won 50,000. Of course, I was very excited. I decided to take the money and put it away from my future child's future.
I like that. Future
Child's future. I told Brian about the money and that it was being put away from our baby's future. He said we should take some of the money for Ashley since she's going to be graduating high school in a few years. Brian and his ex do have a college fund set up for Ashley, but not enough for all of it. I let him know this money would be used for our child since it was won by me and I'd be the one paying taxes on it since we're not married yet. I let him know once the baby was born, it would go into a trust that no one had access to. Brian and Ashley think I'm being ridiculous since this unborn baby would have more money than hers set aside already and that it's unfair. I explained I understood how they felt, but I think I'm doing the right thing. Now my mother-in-law is also pressuring me because Ashley went to her house feeling upset, saying the baby is getting preferred treatment already.
That is dicey.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
dicey.
dicey.
Because I think if you go into a relationship, like if you're getting married, I think that
That kid becomes
that
your kid.
becomes your kid to a certain extent. Of course, like it's, if the kid doesn't want to call you like mom or dad or something, that is totally fair. But I think you have to kind of, if you're marrying someone, you have to marry the
You
children.
marry their kids.
You marry
That
their
sounds
kids.
weird. You know what we mean.
Yeah.
Let's paint a picture, right? If OP gives all the money to this unborn baby and none to Ashley, Ashley's the daughter, correct? And Ashley knows. So Ashley already knows that she's not getting the money. What is kind of happening is he is showing that I prefer my biological daughter over you.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying, right?
Yeah.
I prefer my biological daughter over you. If you're comfortable saying that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But I think if you want to have a relationship with your stepdaughter, then
Like it's absolutely your right to do that
Yeah,
because it's your
I-
money, but
I think it could impede the relationship with your stepdaughter.
Yeah.
This is terrible. If mom and dad got divorced and then dad married someone new and they had and they won the lottery and they gave it, I don't think I would expect to get any of that money.
But what if you were 14?
I still wouldn't. I don't think I would expect.
Would you? I
wouldn't expect it.
No. I don't think I would expect it. No. I don't know if I would expect it, but I think as a 14-year-old and this person is marrying, I'd be like, okay, I'm not their kid. I don't think I would expect it, but I think I would be like, okay, that this is the relationship.
Yeah. I think it just depends what kind of relationship you want to have with that kid. Yeah. Is there more?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There is more.
Well, let us know what you think. Put your answer in the comments, especially if
'cause that's tricky.
I'm curious if people that have married someone with kids, how do you treat your stepchildren? Do you treat them as your children, or is there a line between your children, your biological children, and your stepchildren? Put your answers in the comments. I would love to know.
Anyway, OP says, I see a lot of people asking how Ashley knows about the money. She walked into the house while we were talking about it and overheard our conversation. We didn't hear her come inside. Ashley then thought this meant we won the money, as in her father and I, since we were engaged.
No one likes an eavesdropper, Ashley. That's why you're not getting the money.
But there's an update. Brian and I talked about everything. He explained to me it's just hard to see how much of a head start our child will have compared to Ashley. He also said after thinking about it, he understands both girls will not have the same opportunities, and that's something he'll have to work through. We talked about it, and he was just overwhelmed, especially knowing Ashley overheard the conversation and was upset. He agrees with putting the money away for the baby. Brian also sat down with Ashley and explained to her that her and her sister will have different opportunities the same way her friends may have different opportunities. He explained that they will have different starts in life because their mothers can provide different things. Ashley asked, why can't Brian just give her more than the baby to make it even? He then explained that that wouldn't be fair, as he's both their fathers. He explained if he deposits $50 for her, he'll deposit $50 for the baby, and vice versa. Ashley said she understands, but doesn't think it's fair. And Brian reminded her that sometimes things aren't fair, but they're right. I've also contacted an attorney who will be setting up the money in a trust. The only people who will have access to the money is myself and the baby when they turn 30. If anything happened to me then, my sister would have access. Brian would not have access to the account in any way. What are your thoughts, Sam?
I think I like where it ended up, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like it ended up in a pretty good place. And yes, it's not fair, but life ain't fair, girl.
Yeah, I think it's OP's money. And they're not they haven't been married yet.
Yeah, they're not even married.
Yeah.
Runaway bride. Again, runaway bride. But this is just another example of the lottery ruining your relationships.
I thought it was lives.
That was so sync.
But guess what?
What?
I think we have one more example. The last example. Number one. Let's get into it. Am I the a-hole for refusing to share my lottery winnings with my boyfriend's nephew?
What's up with all these
Entitled brats thinking they deserve my money.
No, just like we had Tim,
And
now we have boyfriend's nephew.
Ew. I want them to die in poverty.
Oh no.
Deleted says, children in our country sometimes sell stuff for their schools to fund school trips, etc. I think many countries do that, so I don't need to explain more. Okay. Usually it's around big holidays, etc. We have a Christmas lottery, something many schools sell. My boyfriend and I have been together for 13 years, and we are happily child-free because fuck those kids. We have good incomes and are comfortable living. My boyfriend's sister and her husband also have good incomes and comfortable living, but I feel sometimes that she always tries to hint that we make more than we spend because we don't have children. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, children cost a lot.
Yeah, we have learned they are $250,000 to $500,000.
Yeah, expensive.
And that maybe we should give more presents and stuff to her two sons. I don't agree. I put around 30 to 60 euros on a present, and whether it's good or bad, I don't care. I come from money. Well, my parents had good jobs, but we learned from a young age that it's never the value of the present. And I had the happiest upbringing.
Yeah, because you came from money.
I
had the happiest upbringing.
Papa said it's not about the value of the present after he gave me this white horse. Papa, thank you. Papa said, money is not important, darling. Now let's get into the first class boat. Papa said, even a 20-foot yacht is a good yacht if you know how to use it. Papa said, even if you only had one dollop of caviar, you would have more caviar than a homeless person. So you should be thankful. That is what Papa said. Anyway, The son's got a couple of dozen or more lotteries each to sell, and the idea is to go around the neighborhood, etc. But they're too lazy and they make the family buy everything. And since my boyfriend and I have nothing important to spend money on, we ended up buying the majority of the tickets, around 200 to 300's worth on each occasion. That's a lot. It pissed me off a bit in the beginning, but my boyfriend seemed uncomfortable saying no, and I hate making him uncomfortable. So I said, okay, fine. This Christmas, I won about 150,000 euros. I was so happy because I never win stuff. When the nephews heard that, they said, I want my ticket back. Bitch, I bought it. I was shocked and said, F no. They called me like 50 times, and my boyfriend's sister and her son showed up the next morning to talk, then argue, then to fight me. Then she asked to at least split it 50-50 with them, but I wouldn't budge.
Why would you split? They sold it. If they had sold it to someone else.
That's why you buy the lottery tickets, so you have the potential of winning. All three left in tears saying they will take me to courts.
How?
Yeah, exactly. How are you going to do that? So my boyfriend wants me to split it, or he says I'm being an a-hole. I usually donate 20% of my bonuses, inheritance, or any big chunk of money I get to charity. I thought I would do that and buy the boys bicycles they were saving for. They cost around $2,500 each, but now I'm not going to even buy the bicycles. Am I the a-hole? And there is an update. So is OP the a-hole for not wanting to split it? And also is the OP the a-hole for not even buying those bicycles?
Maybe you should buy the bicycles, but it's your money.
It's your money.
It's your money.
It's your money.
Riley?
It's your money.
It's your money.
Exactly.
Edit, my boyfriend is the one who pays for the tickets. He then splits the tickets. The winning ticket was one of mine. So he paid for the ticket and then split it between the two of them.
Wait. Ooh.
All right, let's get into the update. Tell us what you think. Put your answers in the comments. Is this sus or not? Thank you for the not the a-hole. So I guess that is what Reddit decided.
Nice.
I'm glad to see that there's nothing wrong with my common sense. I was starting to doubt myself. Many people here told me that I have a boyfriend problem, and I never thought I had one, to be honest. We are mostly happy, and our fights are always about stupid stuff. But then the lottery changed everything, I guess.
Then the lottery
ruined your relationship. Anyway, I told him that we needed to talk.
They had the talk.
They had the talk. I feel like the we need to talk is the worst talk. That's the nuclear talk.
Riley, we need to talk.
Riley, we need to talk. Sophia, we need to talk. You're adopted.
Sam, we need to talk.
Sam, Riley needs to talk to you.
See, did you feel that?
Anyway, I told him that we needed to talk. I told him that it hurt me that he just stood there and didn't support me as his screaming sister and children were in our home. He showed little support, trying to defuse the situation by asking me to compromise. For me, some things are just right or wrong. There's no place for compromise. I felt that situation was. I explained to him and he agreed. I told him that I don't want to take the role of the rich aunt who spoils her relatives' children. This has been a thing. Like people, especially my boyfriend's sister, would easily tell her children, oh, go ask uncle for this instead of us. He doesn't have children. He can afford it. When it comes to more expensive things, same things with the tickets. We ended up buying 20 out of the 24 they were supposed to be selling. Now, I told him that we should stop. None of our relatives want for money and nobody is entitled to ours. I don't want to buy tickets. I don't want to spoil others' children. I am not the rich, childless aunt. He said he agrees with me. About the taking me to court, it was just a bluff. She can't do anything about it. I knew it, but I asked my neighbor who's a judge and she just laughed. I wasn't the one to tell about her winning. My boyfriend did. He is painfully naive when it comes to these things. Never tell anyone about your winnings.
Don't tell them.
Because the lottery will ruin your relationship. He thought his nephews would be happy to have sold a winning ticket. I haven't told the children about the bikes. I just knew they were saving for expensive bikes and thought that I could give them instead. I won't be doing it. Let them save for their own dream bikes. Thank you again. And that is a wrap. So now that we know all of the information, do we think OP is the a-hole?
I don't think OP is the a-hole because they've talked to their boyfriend. I thought it was a little bit dicey for a second because the boyfriend bought the tickets and he wanted
to split, but now they both agree.
But now they both agree it's fine.
Yeah, I think the decision-making parties agree, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
What do you think, Riley?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm still on the bikes. Like
if it was me, I would buy them bikes.
I would just be like, you know what? Here's your bikes. Don't bother me about money. I'm not getting you anything ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Sam?
If I was OP, I would buy the bikes.
Yeah.
But let us know what you would do. Put your answers in the comments below. And hopefully you've learned a little bit about why you should never win the lottery because the lottery will ruin your relationships. And you know what will never ruin your relationship? This hat. And also, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.
I love this hat.